Okay, people, it's time for math again. So we're going to talk about topic 1, 2. I'm totally lying. We're talking about topic 2 today, which is in the back of your book on page 402. All right, today should be pretty quick for me to explain. It's just volume, and volume is just how much stuff fits inside of a shape. So page 402, topic 2. Okay, the first one I have drawn up here is a cylinder, which is like an olive can or something like that. It's circular base, like a circle base. Remember, the bases are the parallel parts. So in this case, in a cylinder, the top and the bottom are the parallel parts, and they're circles. So that's the base. To get the volume, you just have to find the area of the base, which in our case is a circle, and you multiply it by the height of the shape. So it's not too bad. So first of all, we're going to get this capital B. Capital B means area of the base. So capital B, area of the base is a circle, and that's pi. Wow, my pen does not even work even a little bit. Switch. Pi times radius squared is how we get the area of that circle, right? So we're going to do pi. Our radius is 8, and we're supposed to square that. And that's going to be the area of the base, okay? So 8 squared is 64. And I'm just going to leave my pi right now just the way that is because it's easier to deal with that in a formula than an actual number, okay? Now, that was the area of our base. That's the area of our circle. To get our volume, we take this number, which was the capital B, and we multiply it by the height. Now, what's the height in our figure? So our base is 64 pi. We're going to multiply it by the height. Our height is 4, so we're going to multiply that by 4. The area of the base times the height. When you do that in your calculator, you should get a decimal. We're supposed to round to the nearest tenth, so we get 803.8 as our answer. Okay? And that's the volume. We label it, whatever it is, what is it, centimeters? We label it centimeters cubed because volume we label with the little 3, remember, cubed. Okay, let's look at example 1b, which is a cone. Okay, I shouldn't even erase that volume thing because it's exactly the same. Volume is the area of the base times the height, but when we have a cone, because it's not a perfect cylinder, we're going to go ahead and divide that by 3 when we're done. Okay, so the area of the base is what we're going to do first. It's a circle. So pi times radius squared. Remember, in our little cone, our base is this circle here. So we have to figure out the area of that for our capital B. All right, so pi times radius squared. What's my radius on that cone? I can't quite hear you. 3. And we're going to square that. That's our area of the base. So let's go ahead and simplify that. 3 squared is 9 pi. I'm just going to leave pi the way it is for now because it's easier to deal with. So let's plug things into our formula. Our area of the base, which is our capital B, times the height. What is our height there? It looks like it's 5. And we're going to divide that by 3. We're going to plug that into your calculator. Make sure when you plug it into your calculator that it knows that it's supposed to do this whole thing before it divides by 3. Some of you might want to just do this and push the equal sign and then put divided by 3 and do that to make sure it does it in the correct way. We're supposed to round to the nearest tenth. It looks like it is 47.1, and we're supposed to label with feet cubed. They put cubic feet in words. That's okay. That's the same thing as this. It's just spelled out in words. Okay, so that is the volume of a cone. And lastly, on page 403 is a volume of a sphere. A sphere is like a ball. Okay, volume of a sphere. So we have a cone. We have a cylinder. Looks like this. We have a cone, and that's its formula. And now we're going to do a sphere, which is 4/3. I know it's totally weird, but we have those super fancy calculators, so it'll be no problem. So 4/3 pi r cubed, which is a little different than usual. Okay, so this is kind of a totally different formula. And this is for a sphere, which I'll just kind of draw like this so you kind of see it's 3D. Okay? Those are your formulas for today. Snap a picture for that if it helps you. If you don't need to, it's okay. They're there in your book. So let's do example number 2. The globe of the moon has a radius of 10 inches. So I know my radius is 10. I'm just going to write that down, jot a little note. Find the volume. Okay, so let's do this volume. 4/3 is always used in my formula. Pi, radius is 10 cubed. And we can do that in our calculator. We're supposed to round to the nearest whole number this time. So when we do it, it's a big number. I get 4,187 when I put that into my calculator. And we're labeling it with inches, so it's going to be inches cubed. Okay? And that's your formula for spheres. So here's all your formulas for today right here. Okay? Now, they don't have a bunch of problems, and I know I gave you, I'm only giving you this today, so hopefully it won't take you too terribly long, but let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help, okay? So there's your formulas. Good luck.